Now we'll register the mediator with OpenHIM. So I've written a bunch of code, but I'll go through it line by line, just so that you can, and feel free to pause to copy it over if you're writing it out. So here we're importing the mediator utils package that we set up with the package.json, the first step. And then here we set a few credentials. So here I'm just using like the root credentials for OpenHIM. This should be the same if you're using the same repo to set up this simple mediator. And then the URL, OpenHIM core, port 8080, and then source signed is true. And then here we have a bit more details about like our mediator. So the URL is this one. I will just call it simple mediator version 1.00. And then the name, description, and then the default channel config. So here we just call it simple mediator, and then the URL pattern is this one. So what this is like, basically anything that matches this simple mediator, and then wildcard at the end, and then a bit repetitive here. So simple mediator, and then port 3000, like we had set up, and then the allowed methods are all these ones for HTTP requests: get, post, put, and delete, and we're using HTTP. And then the user is interrupt, so these users should be allowed to make requests through this URL. And then the endpoints, we're just saying the endpoint is called this, and then this is the host, and then port 3000, and that's it. So how we put that together is on this line. So we just call register mediator, pass in the OpenHIM credentials, and then the mediator config, which is we just went through, and then a callback to handle any sort of errors or anything. So here, if there's any error, we just log, and let's see the error, and if it's successful, we log that. And then we go back to our terminal, and then from the root of the project. So if you are already in the simple mediator like that, you should go back to the root like that. And then there is a startup shell script. So that one, setup.shell. And then if you're running it for the first time, you want to run init. But if you've already run it and you've made changes to, for example, this mediator, so for subsequent runs, you can use app.dev, and this will rebuild the containers for the mediators, this new one and the one that was built before, which is this one, mediator. So in this scenario, I'll just run app.dev. It may take a while, depending on if you're downloading new stuff. So I'll just run it and then pause it and come back once it's done.